us 4 times. Okay, tonight we do have, surprisingly, a trio of talented, tenacious, technical, transformating mediums. But first up, from all corners of the country, they have come here tonight to serve you and your loved ones. So before they start, give them all a round of applause. Not too much. Save some for tomorrow. No one got that one, did they? You got it, good. I'm glad. Didn't laugh either, did you, love? No, right. First up, all the way from Bournemouth, in Sussex. At least an ooh. Maybe an ah. Or even a no. All the way from Bournemouth in Sussex, the superb, the superlativitous Sandra Stevenson, everybody.
Thank you, Ivan, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all for being here, and I'm sure you're all having a great time. I often know where I'm going with mediumship, but not always, and it seems that I'm not 100% sure this evening. So would you all please listen out? Names I give can be people who are still alive or people who've passed away. So we'll see how it goes. I feel actually as if I'm coming right to the back of the hall. There's a lady that's got your hair back and I think wearing blue, yes? I'm either with you or the lady in green on the table in front. So if you could both please listen. There's a lady here and she's taking me back to just after the war. And she would have had the traditional wartime hairstyle there. A very glamorous lady. She was looked after herself, her appearance. There would be a favourite compact, the powder compact that I feel was passed down the family, or you would have fond memories of it. Would you understand that? No? I'm looking for either a daughter or a granddaughter of this lady. But she would have had very short hair before she passed away. Her hair would have gone a shorter style, more like if you've seen Sarah walking around, a little bit like her hairstyle. So can anyone in that direction over there? It's the lady next to you. All right, thank you. Okay. Yes. I was torn between the two of you, actually. So you can understand that this lady, her hair appeared to me to be sort of a midi brown colour in the wartime years. Yes. But she did colour it towards the end of her life, and it was a shorter style, and it was a bit darker when she was older than it was when she was younger. And she really made the most with the lipstick, the powder. She had a nice figure. She was very elegant and really, but a very kind lady, very much family orientated, but also quite professional in what she did. That sounds bad, doesn't it, that she was quite professional, but you know what I mean. She was very capable. Anything she set out to do, she could do. She organised well and did things like that. No, but she wants to be remembered or thought of when she was younger, in her prime. And she's pleased that you're here and that you make an effort. Sorry, I'm just waiting for someone to pass, not to pass away, but to pass between us. So she's pleased that you make an effort and that you're making more of an effort of late. You would understand that you're getting glammed up a little bit more and getting out and about a little bit more, and she's very pleased about that because she wants to encourage you with this, that this is why she's really coming tonight, to say she did it, she battled on when things were bad, and yet she still worked through and didn't give up. And she's trying to give you that grit and that determination that she had to give to you to carry on. And She's saying you're doing grand. You're doing great. You're doing grand. Okay? So I'll leave you with that. Thank you. I stepped out of my box then. Sorry, Richard, but I needed a quick slurp. Now, there's a gentleman that had to learn how to walk again. He feels like he was in his 60s, more or less, when he I'm seeing him in a rehab centre in a hospital. You know, you've got the parallel bars, and they have to literally learn how to walk again. I'm not sure if it's a stroke or an accident, but I've got a feeling of that. Bill, can you understand this, please, with this gentleman? Because I almost want to use you as a model for him, because if you don't understand him, can you please stand up and give a twirl? Because can you understand this gentleman? You can't? Okay. Would you like to just stand up for me then, please, Bill? Because if you can imagine a gentleman that looks a little bit like Bill, a lot more casually dressed, he's got a tracksuit top on and baggy bottoms, no, even more casual. Sorry? And it feels like he had a stroke, actually, as if he had a stroke and literally had trouble walking and learning to walk again. Can anyone understand him? Am I with you, Annette? All right. Anyone else understand this gentleman? Okay. Good, thank you. And you can understand that he looks a little bit like Bill. Yes? His hair was slightly longer. It was on the greyer side, but a little bit longer than Bill's. But the figure's right, and the height's about right. And he used to be a very smart gentleman until this happened to him. And it's like he lost all sense of, not pride exactly, but it just really took him down in a way that the family didn't expect. That they knew it was quite a disaster that this had happened to him, but that it affected him worse than everyone thought it would. It surprised everyone. He did show some grit and some determination into learning to walk again, but his appearance went. Because he was, as I said, he was so smart before. He wore suits and had a trimmer figure, and then this happened, and it was like he went to pot. Really, absolutely. But he's saying he did learn to walk again, and he's proud about that. It took some time. It feels like 6-9 months of going up to the hospital and keeping going like that, but he did do it. And that was very, very important to him, because he almost feels that that's his legacy, that he left that grit and determination to the rest of the family, that he did have breathing difficulties towards the end of his life as well. Struggled a lot with his breath, so it wasn't just the stroke that affected him, and things just became too much of a struggle for him, and you would understand that. And he used to have to almost psych himself up to move. You could see him almost getting ready to launch himself to walk across somewhere. And you would remember that. And he had a funny walk, because it's like he'd get the breath and he'd steady himself and he'd look where the support was to walk to, and then but he'd do it. He had his own funny little, I can't say it's a shuffle because it wasn't, and it wasn't really a hop, skip and a jump, but he did it, he got there, and he gets there in the end. And he's saying that's what you're doing, you're getting there in the end. You haven't had the same health issues, but you carry on, whatever you take on, you carry on with. And you're not beaten. And you've persevered with something for about 6-9 months. And you're not sure whether it's going or where it's going or how it's going. He said, but you're getting there, and you really don't realise how much you're getting there. So persevere a little bit more, and he's telling me you'll do it. He's telling me you'll do it. He said you're very bonny. He's very proud of you. He says there's a family likeness. And he's making reference to your eyes, that he always liked your eyes because your eyes dance. And he said you've got a lovely character and that just needs to keep shining through because you're, he just says you're getting there. To me, you're already there, but to him, you're getting there, you know? So just know that you have his love and his support. So that's great. Thank you. Thank you. Now, I had a link earlier on today, which I did give to somebody, but it felt to me rather like a split link, as if it was also for somebody here this evening. I saw a lady who had sort of whitey hair, curled, whitey grey hair, glasses, very close, loving relationship with her husband, and they both arrived together in a golf cart. I'm not sure that they'd been to golf, or whether they were keen gardeners, or they'd been out somewhere, or there's a photo of them, but they both arrived in this golf cart. It feels as if there could be a photograph of this. Would anyone know of this, please? Is that the lady? Sorry, were you calling me, or were you just wanting another drink at the back there? Okay. Could I link America with a couple that like to get out and about and liked autumn? And there must be a memory of the autumn leaves, gathering up autumn leaves. Okay, is that with you, Polly?
Well, my mother was Canadian and they had a lot of American holidays. And my dad played a lot of golf.
Okay. And the whitey hair with the glasses? Okay. Very close, loving couple. Okay. Yes, yes. Thank you. Can someone calling me? Oh, I've just heard my name called. Oh, I must be psychic, sorry. Okay. Let me see, Polly. Could you understand, what I saw was, it was like a trailer full of crispy leaves. You know how leaves go all soggy and horrible, but these weren't. They were real crispy, beautiful autumn leaves.
They did the holiday through, is it Virginia and the mountains and the golden leaves?
Okay, so that would make sense to you because they were so insistent about the leaves that it had to be the crispy leaves, and they were the big leaves, you know. It could have been maple, but I don't. That's my mind coming in. They were big leaves. That's all I can say.
Well,
all right.
North America or Canada.
Okay. And being out together was important to them. They were always together. Yes, yes. They were almost inseparable, joined at the hip almost, and they were happy. They were happy, and it's important that you know that they were happy for some reason, because it feels as if someone at some stage has cast a doubt over that. And that was with another family member, not with yourself, but another family member has cast a doubt over that, and they say, no, that's not true. We were happy, we were together, they're always together. I'm being told about a ring. Someone in the family should have your mum's ring.
Well, I've got my stepmother's ring, but my mother's ring disappeared. She died when I was 2 years old.
Okay, did it have blue stones in it, do you know?
No, this one's got blue stones.
Okay, because I'm seeing a ring with blue stones in it. So can you take it that your stepmum's around as well? But and with I think it's your stepmum, I'm taken to a bit of a pain here that she would have had. She had discomfort here. And obviously you know she's fine now, but she's bringing this to you as a proof that it's her.
She made 94, which I
Well, that's not bad at all. That's not bad at all. her breathing went, and she had a pain here as well. So she's bringing you all the pains. But that's the sort of lady that she was. She'd say, how are you? And you get a list of her aches and pains. She didn't sort of stop at one. She'd say, oh, this is giving me trouble and that, and my head. And she'd go on for about 3 to 5 minutes, and then she'd say, well, how are you? But that was after she'd gone through everything.
Or she'd say she was fine and you knew she wasn't.
And she was understanding. She didn't always talk to you about what she was thinking. She kept her own counsel because she worried about you quite a bit sometimes, but would never say. But she wouldn't say. She just watched from a distance and kept an eye, but didn't do more.
She let me get on with it, and she was my safety net.
And she's proud that she was able to help you at that time, because she did help you because you knew that she was there.
She was amazing.
And sometimes she's saying that's all you need to be to people, that they know that you are there if necessary. You don't need to go running around after them to help them. They will come to you when they need it, okay? So, and that feels, and I want to take that, I know you're a minister, I want to take that within your ministry work, that you're not running around after people, but let them come to you and be their safety net when they need it.
It's the unwritten law.
All right, okay, so that's what she's suggesting, that they come to you and you will be their safety net. Your mum is happy and smiling and gives you her love, of course. And sorry, I see you wearing beads or some form of necklace today. Would you understand where that would be important to her, that she wore beads and necklaces? That's what I wanted to say. As I look at you, I keep seeing pearls, and so she's pleased that they've been handed on, and she just wants to acknowledge that you've done that and to say thank you. She's so proud that you've done that, actually. She's very, very proud that you've done that.
She didn't write a will for her jewellery, so I found homes for it all.
Okay. So, but that particular thing she's very, very pleased about. We'll carry on. Okay? Thank you. Thank you. Oh, I'm not in the box. I'm not in the box. You tell me off, I'm not in the box.
I don't care, love. You crack on.
Right. I've got 2 people lurking at the moment. There's a young girl in spirit here. When I say young girl, she feels teens, maybe early 20s, long, straight hair. And again, I feel, sorry to the people at the sides, I feel as if I'm going down the middle somewhere again. And she has met up in the spirit world with her grandmother. So I feel as if I could be somewhere around there. Can you understand? I can't see.
Lady over here.
Okay. All right, thank you. I can see you now, and I'm still in the box, so I can see you now. You would understand this. She was quite quiet, but such a pretty, pretty young lady.
No, she wasn't quiet, but she was pretty.
Okay, well, she's coming through quietly now, if I can put it to you that way. I think maybe she's trying to act all demure, because as I said it, I thought, no, she wasn't. But that's the way she's coming through now, because she's saying, I did have sensitivity. She was, when I say she had sensitivity, to other people's feelings and to atmospheres and how people were reacting to things.
Yeah.
Okay, and grandmother would be in the spirit world, who was very proud of her and is looking after her. And it's important that you know that they are together in spirit, okay? She's showing me, I think it's called, is it a ditzy dress or something like that now, where all little bits on it all over the place. I think they call them ditzy dresses or something. So she was quite fashionable. The way she is showing me this from the spirit side. And she's implying that you're doing your bit now to be more fashionable, if I can put it to you like that. A little bit similar to the lady earlier, that you're getting out, you're doing things. And if I say recovering, you would understand why she's saying recovering. Okay? So I rather like her, actually. Don't know if you know a name like Arabelle or Annabelle or something. There's a Bell name, Arabelle. It begins with an A, I think. Annabelle, Arabelle. It feels more like a friend. It doesn't feel like family. Could be one of her friends or someone she knew. So you might need to think on that, but that's the name that's coming. Okay? Okay. I'm being shown her kneeling beside somebody and hugging them, sort of kneeling beside a chair and hugging. It felt like the grandmother, as if she would do that when she was very, very little. Kneel by the grandmother's chair, put her arms around her and hug her, or stand behind her and give her a hug. She's still doing that in the spirit world, very, very much so, and is... I can just say she's I won't say charming young lady. You'd be pleased to meet her any time and have a conversation with her. All right, so she was absolutely lovely. So just want to say take her love, because she comes with a lot of love for you, tremendous amount. I'm taken here. I'm not sure whether it's with her or with you that there's a bit, sorry, with you. A bit of discomfort there. While you're here, take advantage of the healing, please, this weekend. A lovely team of healers working here this weekend, so do take advantage of that. And is there a special scarf that you've got? It feels like a pale pink scarf.
Oh, yes, in the car.
Okay, because she's talking about the pale pink scarf, and she wants you, when you put that on, to think about her. Okay. All right, because she's always around you, and she said you never really put it on properly. You know, you could always do more with it. You just slap it on, and you know. And she was more artistic than that. She would arrange it beautifully, and this kind of thing. I'm just checking I'm still in the box. She would arrange it beautifully. And that's what she's trying to do, to arrange things for you beautifully in your life now. And she's saying thank you for everything you did for her, because she never said it really when she was here, as younger people.
When she was dying.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she didn't really, throughout her lifetime, not say it, because things are taken for granted. But she later, and even now, really appreciates. Oh, have you been pricked in your arm?
Yes.
Yeah. Sorry, I was just pricked. Stop laughing, everyone. I just felt a prick here, but I think that happens to you when you're walking around, that you sometimes, and there's no one around, and you feel this tiny little prick that makes you stop. Right, I've got your measure, all of you now. I know what kind of audience I've got here. Okay, so I'm not going to change the wording of that. You feel a little prick sometime in your arm.
Yeah, I scratched it. It feels like I've been pricked.
Okay, all right. Well, she's aware of it, but just watch where that's going to happen to you. Not medically, but you're going to feel this. Can someone give me a different word, please? Can someone tell me another way to say this? You know?
Lightly stabbing motion.
Yeah.
What?
Someone's just said penetration down here. I don't think that's and a jab. Okay. Well, whatever it is, I feel you're going to feel it. Dear. And it's her having a laugh. Because that was her, she was a little bit impish, sense of humour, and she would say, she would do little practical jokes, but not to hurt or harm anyone. But she's doing that just to let you know that she's around. Okay, all right. So, okay, I'm being called to time, so thank you very much. So thank you, everyone. Can you turn me off, please?
Sandra Stevenson, everybody. Round of applause, Sandra Stevenson. Sandra Stevenson and her lovely little pricks. There you go. Hang on a minute, I've just better get her out that hole she's just dug herself. Come on, son, get up. Okay, before I introduce the next wonderful person, tonight, after when we finish, the raffle will be called. So have your tickets ready after Iain's finished this evening. But wake up, everybody, you all right?
Is that on?
Good evening, everybody. Are we okay? Yeah! Are we having a nice time? I'll tell you what we'll all do, just before the next one comes on. Why don't you look to the person to your left and say, good evening, how are you? Everybody. Now, all look to your person on the right and say, good evening, how are you? And now, look to the person behind you and say, good evening, how are you?
Good evening.
That don't work, because you're all looking backwards. Right, the next person we have on tonight is all the way from Chichester, West Sussex. And she is a superb, superfluous, sensational Sarah. Every year, what did I just say outside? Every year, I get her name wrong. Every year. So Fred's going to come on in a minute. No. Sarah, a.k.a. the Pink Lady. Wawman, everybody. I can't believe I got your first name wrong. You're on.
Yeah. So lovely to be here, grateful to be back. I've been waiting all day for this. So. I normally know where I'm going, but please listen out because Spirit tests us, try us, push us every time. Okay, let me just see. And there's a magic word I use every time I get fed up. And it's, as if anyone has had a reading with me today, it's no. Okay. Okay. Come to you, please. I know we've met on the stairs. I'm drawn to with you. Gentleman that's coming in. Okay. You to understand with Dad, yeah. Trust these people and you know they have to earn his trust as well. Would you understand? Yeah. he was a casual sort of gentleman. I would say, when he had to get dressed up, he would, but he'd rather be, comfy, would you understand? Okay. I always do. In that way, okay. I actually understand Fred, but would be spirit side as well. About Fred, but I want to say there's Fred. To come in and he's got these big heavy boots on, and I just feel like he's just coming in at the moment. That you're working through at the moment is harder. Would you understand that it would be normally? Okay, all right. But Dad, he had a way of dealing with it. You either get on with it or you don't. Go the other way. So I hope you understand what he's trying to say there. Yeah. Okay. Would you understand a gold gate bracelet as well, please? And I need to go talk to you about December. And I, as I say that, I know that I've got a lot of emotion, so I know that there would be a passing that would be in December. Would you understand? Yeah. Okay. And if I go right to July, I know that I've got 2 birthdays that would be in July. Would you understand that? Yeah. Okay. I would say you're the you showed him how to behave. Would you understand? You showed him how he should be. Would you understand? Yeah, you showed him how he made a mistake, and you helped him put it right. You helped him put things right that he made wrong. Yeah. That he pushed away. Yeah, okay. And he's just saying, he must have pinched your cheek at some stage, because I want to pinch your cheek. Do you understand that? Yeah. That's well. Okay, all right. So then you understand where that why it's coming and that. It's just letting you know that he's around you. Okay. But he has a voice. I want to sing. Yeah, I want to sing. He'd love this. He'd be able to sing in a way. Yeah. Okay. So I know that I want to sing. New York was and yeah, you can dance that as well. Okay, but please take his love and take his gratitude, because that's what he's here for. To say thank you for helping him connect where he needed to be before he passed over. Thank you very much. I was going to drink out my bottle, but easier. Okay. Okay. Oh. I was going to sing. Okay. Can I come to you, please? Yep. Yep. I'm not sure why. Here we go. Okay. My energy with you. Sorry. Is that me or you? Keep still. I just say, I want to say I've got a lady that's coming in. Okay, and as she blends her energy with me, I want to say my build as well. Okay, would you understand? And I feel like I'm a nan. Okay, I feel like I've got to ask for breath here with her. With your mum. Okay, forgive you. Okay, and I want to wrap you up in cotton wool and just that's what I want to do with you. Okay. Moment. Mum said how it was. She also had a side to understand, and she'd done anything for anyone. She, you know, not everyone understood that honesty from her, and a lot of people will. The disconnection, but okay. Social butterfly. She would be in there, bit, you know, bit nosy, like I want to be around everything, but also being out with friends and family all the time with her. Okay. Her, she's telling me, you're a lot like her in your way. Even looks, would you understand? She had her hair different to you, and I've got a bit of a wave in it with her. I do feel quite sickness that she suffered, bless her. But she just tried to hide it. She had this, and she had this inner strength, and I've got to get on and do my thing. Would you? And of you going on a train journey. I know that there's loads of people who understand an auntie. No, her auntie. Okay, okay, because she thought recently to come, you know, if, okay. Would you understand Elsie, please? Going back to mum and nan, family there. Okay. Mum, just a home. Okay, you know, that was be that, you know, the cook. She did that. She was all about. I want to come to you and say, she wants me to tell you that you're a good mum. belief. Not, you know, I feel like that she would be Christian and that sort of side of things of it, but yeah, she's about April. Around her. Okay. Okay. And then if I go to January, I know that I've got to talk about the passing of a gentleman. It would have been in January. Oh,
It's on.
Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, just going to change over the batteries for 2 seconds.
Will you marry me? I'm not touching your wife up.
okay. Hey, we're all sorted. Okay. Right.
No, still not coming through.
Not here. Things going on with her health, would you understand? Got okay, I want to say my bones hurt, but also feel.
This is the voice of your conscience. You will become a VIP on Spiritual Productions TV. Right, that one seems to be working, Michelle. Yeah, switch that on.
Changed. If you don't understand that, then okay, she's just saying sorry now, so forgive her. All right, so bless her. No, yeah, yeah, okay, yeah. I just want to say sorry. She wants to say sorry to you. She could be a little bit. I want to say with her, I'm a bit. There were certain times that she had to her authority. Would you understand? A little bit strict about her. Would you understand that? Yes. Okay, so I want to bring the rolling pin. You understand that? Yeah. Yeah, that's what I say. Yeah, I just feel like I would have had to state my strictness about me. I know I love to cook with her. You know, I call her Shreddy's Nancy. If anyone's seen the Shreddy's advert, you know that she's just a bit of an all-rounder. You know, I'm a cook, I'm a baker, and you know, and all those lovely things that nans do, and you understand. Yeah, okay. Oh, absolutely. She wants to. Bless her. She's talking about her grave side at the moment. There's something wrong with it. Do you understand? Okay. I'm just asking her what she's trying to say to me. Okay, so she's talking about one of the words, one of the letters. There's a bit missing. Do you understand? Okay. Okay, so the plaque's been removed. Yes. Okay. Just think about. It feels like a gravestone to me. Would you understand the issue around a gravestone? Okay. On a plaque or on a graveside. Okay, I'm not going to make that clear. That's what she's given me. I'll just give you what I've got there, if that makes sense. Okay. I noticed lately you've done a lot of cleaning as well. Would you understand? She's not scared to get on her hands and knees and, wash floors and do things, You understand? I like to do a little bit of bingo with her. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, I love bingo, she did. And, I've got the finished dress on, but I know it's always okay. She loves flowers. Would you understand the fragrance, the smells, and things like that? I want to say that you also understand the dog that would be in spirit of like a lab-sized dog. Do you understand? Not black. Not black. I'm not doing very well here, am I? Okay. The lab size, though. Do you understand? Right. There you go. Understand. Would you understand? I want to talk about America with you. Would you understand America connections? Yes. Like Kentucky, that sort of word. That's Texas, isn't it? Or something like that. Okay. Is this with, yeah, with her granddaughter. Okay, so you live in America. Okay, all right. She just wants to mention that because that's what she just said to me. Okay. And I also want to talk about someone on the earth that's suffering with their tummy at the moment. Would you understand? I found this quite simple, so I'll have to think about it. Okay, all right. Whoever it is, and if you find out, she just wants to bring healing around that, and it's with a lady. That's what I want to say. Okay. I want to bring a gentleman now in for you, and he's a gentleman that comes in, makes you want to stand up tall, very proud gentleman. If I'm not got a military connection, I know that I'm very regimental in what I do and the way that I am. Okay, and I know that I want to come in, and he comes in quite gentle in the way that he speaks, and I'm a gentleman that would, I want to say that he's there. I feel the women were the people, the matriarchs within the family, and that he was just the one that was there. And when he's needed, he would come forward. Do you understand that? Okay. A man, I want to say there must be a woodwork connection. He loves doing woodwork. Would you understand? You can't take that. Okay. I'm very good at my hands, but I just feel like I want woodwork. He's putting woodwork in. He was a road worker. Road worked with his hands. Okay. Would you understand? I want to. You've got woodwork at home to do? Carpentry? Okay. All right. I'm going to leave it at that then. Okay. But I just want to say that there's so much. I feel like I need to get you organised. Would you understand why they're coming in? Get you to sort out, and you've got lots of stuff to do, change around, and they're just coming in to give you that nudge in the nicest possible way. Okay. Just to feel like I just want to clear your pathway because there's so much coming for you. Okay. All right. Thank you very much for welcoming me. Thank you. Right, got to change over.
If you don't mind. Sorry.
Okay, that's going to be interesting. 2 seconds, everybody. Yeah, Ashley tied it all on.
Just been a little break.
Sit and then put it down. Yep. 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 We'll try. I'll hold it on. Right, okay. Can I come to? There we go. Is everybody all right at the back? Okay. Right. Can I come to that lady there? Next to Tracy, the lady next to you. Yeah, yeah. Can I come to you? Okay. Okay, as I blend my energy with you, I've got a lady that's coming in, and I want to say this lady's a little character about her. I just want to say she's a character that's not scared to speak her mind, if you like, okay? She's not scared to... I feel like she makes me feel like my aunt, okay? So I'm not sure if she's an aunt, but I know that if I have to get in a situation and defend myself, even though I'm a woman, then I will. Would you understand? Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm not scared to... my aunt, she, bless her, she would fight men if she had to. Would you understand that? Yeah, okay. Said it how it is. Don't take fools gladly. I know I've already said that this evening, but yeah, literally, she loved honest people. Would you understand? Yes. Yeah, okay. I want to say with her, I feel that there would have been issues around her tummy. Would you understand? Yeah, okay. And I know that my legs were quite swollen as well. Would you understand? And she's absolutely, I want to say, I love her. I love her because she's so honest and just so, I just want to say that she would do anything for anyone, but the minute you crossed her, you would know about it. Would you understand that? Yeah. Okay. But yeah, I think she's I know you're from London, but would you understand I've got the Cockney sort of as well with her as well. Yeah, I want to like talk about apples and pears and all that sort of stuff. That's and also there must be it's like a greengrocery connection as well. Would you understand?
I think so.
Yeah, okay, you think so? Okay. Yeah, I just sort of literally want to talk about greengrocers like markets and that sort of thing as well. Would you understand? The barrow boy, yeah, that sort of thing. Okay, yeah, okay. I know I want to bring healing around someone's back right now. Healing around someone's back at the moment, okay? And I know that with yourself, I feel like I want to talk about in the family at the moment, I feel like there's some sorting out to do. Would you understand? Yes. Yeah, okay. But if she was here, she would tell him straight down the line, and that this is how it is. Would you understand? Okay, all right. I feel like she's just coming into you to say, use her strength, okay? Okay, use her strength. Use that strength that you've got that's within you and around you, okay? And whatever needs sorting out will come to the conclusion, if that makes sense. I want to say she liked a little bit of the gentleman, you know, like she liked the good-looking ones. Would you understand? Okay. I just know that she'd have the eye for the gentlemen, the nice ones. That's what she's saying to me. The nice ones. Okay. Yeah. Okay. And I know that she would, in her time, that she would have liked a little bit of dancing, and just loved that. But I just feel like she loved even though she was strong and just wouldn't take rubbish, if you like. I was going to swear then, but I didn't. But I just want to say that she did like life. She did like, sort of say, the romance, the soft sides as well, to be pampered and to be looked after as well. Would you understand? And what she did have, she cherished. Would you understand? Would you understand the gold? A lot of gold jewellery, please. Okay. Not with her. Okay. But would you understand? I just want to mention the gold jewellery then. Yeah, okay. All right, okay. Right, okay, I'm just seeing. Okay, I want to talk about November with you. Okay, I feel that there would be a birthday in November. Next month. No? Okay. And I want to go to April as well. Yeah, okay. I feel like she just come in, said what she wants to say, and she's gone. Because that was her, okay? But I know that she's got lots of love, lots of respect, but that strength is the most important thing she's bringing forward tonight. Thank you very much for working with me. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
The pink lady, everybody, the pink lady. Wawman. Give it up for Sarah Wawman. Right, while we just sort out a few technical difficulties. Yeah, really. Got to put that mic onto him. Simple as that, really. Not a technical, I can't say it properly. Anyway, are we all having a good time? Yeah. Right, now, I'm going to ask a serious question. Do people prefer this door open? I've only just started, love. Where are you going? Is this door open all right for everybody? Because I opened it and I had a row. But is that right with everyone? Yes? Good. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, for the final demonstration of this evening. That's quite sexy, isn't it? I rewind it. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight, our final demonstrator is a man all the way
Croydon.
From Creepy Crawley, West Sussex, near Gatwick. That's why they look a bit funny, because it's the plane fumes as they're growing up. The indescribable, the intellectual, indestructible.
He's calling me fat.
I never said that. Oh, by the way, has anyone noticed when I introduce people, I used perpetives that's the same letter as their first name? Because no one notices.
I noticed.
You didn't.
I did. Just now.
The indisputable medium of Crawley and the world. Iain Mason, everybody.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. I've just got to do this first. I was hoping Phil was going to take those lovely eyes I was making at him to do, but he didn't. He's not even paying any attention now. Good evening. How are we all? Fabulous, fabulous. Okay. Right, well, I always find it interesting because I never know how I'm going to be worked, so I guess we're all about to find out shortly, aren't we? I'm just going to see. Ooh, I just feel a bit woozy, wobbly. Right, where do I want to go? I want to go over. I feel like I want to go over there. Right, okay, I need to come over here. Would somebody please understand Mum that would have passed, that would have been quite woozy towards the end of her life, that would have a connection to Marjorie, please? I know that I'd also need to acknowledge a birthday in May, and I also want to acknowledge a male that passes in November. But I feel very drawn over to here, and I need to come on to the motherly link, and I'm quite drawn to either my lady here in the pink or my lovely lady in that very sexy motorised chair behind her. So would either of you please understand my lovely lady? You don't understand the Marjorie link? Okay, and a Diana. I need to acknowledge Diana.
Ian, you could be with me. I'm standing in the middle and I can take all of that. I'll
Can
just
you?
not be that way.
Okay. So you understand the Marjorie that's passed with the woozy?
Mum's friend, yes.
Okay. Feed me. That's all right. I'll let you off. Okay. And you also understand the mail that passes in the November?
Yes.
Pardon?
Yes. Can somebody else take this? Okay, we've got another one here that might be able to take that.
Okay. Well, I know both these people, ladies and gentlemen, but not this deeply. Right. Okay. So, Ashley, do you understand everything? Okay. That's wonderful, isn't it? Nothing like an easy start, is there? Okay. Right. Who understands David living?
Yes.
And a David that's alive? How-
Ashley can take all of it. I can take all of it.
Okay, all right. Let me just figure out. Right, okay. So when? Okay, for some reason, I need to be very specific about a birthday cake and it all going wrong on a Tuesday. Don't ask me why the Tuesday's important. She's just saying to me the Tuesday's important.
I can't think of Tuesday, but I know there's a birthday cake that was made wrong.
Right. Would somebody understand it on the plate? Like it was a bit of a disaster.
That I can take that. It wasn't gone wrong. Yeah.
You can, so I'm with you.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Right, can I just ask Ashley and Polly, though, just to listen in as well? We'll see where we're going. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, I do know Michelle, and I have worked with her before. So let me just understand what on earth is going on here. Okay. Right. Do you understand with work for you, it almost drives you to drink?
No, I like my work.
That's fine. I'm not saying you don't. She's just saying that your work drives you to drink. So I need to say it's non-stop, and like you need to take time out to have a break. It's like you don't get the chance to stop in the day. I've got Ashley nodding and...
Yes, I've got the little clock that sounds.
Keith is saying this, and Ashley understands this as well.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, this is really, really good. Okay, all right. Who understands the nan that had the difficult walk with the hip?
Yes.
You understand? Right, okay, so I'm definitely with you. Okay, right. So do you understand this connection where I've got Marjorie talking about you needing to focus yourself at work so things are easier for you?
Yes.
Okay, that's fine. Because she seems quite concerned. Now, I know that I do know you, but it's like she wants to point you in the right direction. But she's talking about you doing the wrong job at the moment where you are. It's almost like she's got you sitting at the wrong desk.
I am sitting at the wrong desk because we have to do 2 metres apart. They put me on the other side of the office, not at my normal desk.
Right.
So I'm a bit,
Yeah, and you can't connect with the people that you're working with because they're not all there.
Yes, I sit in front of a guy who's a pain in the neck. Oh, he's going live, look at him.
We are live. That's all right.
No, he's really nice.
Okay. But do you understand as well that you've made this decision? We're going to have to go for this. You're going to have to tell me to stop, Michelle, if you don't want me to, because she's just saying, go on. Do you understand why I want to push you on with this job and why you need to make it your own?
Yes, I do, yes. It's a really good company I work for. They're really great. They're
Yeah.
absolutely brilliant with me. And my mum passed them. Fantastic.
You're a terrible sitter. But you understand, because she just generally comes in and she just wants to push you on and push you on.
Yes.
Okay, that's great. She's also talking to me here about you. We've got to bring in a boss. Do you understand a male boss who's either difficult to please or difficult to explain things to? That's all right. Right, moving on very swiftly. Because it's funny because this lady could be quite cutting if she wanted to.
Yes, you can.
Because she wants to cut your legs off.
Yes.
And what she's saying is that I can play you just as hard at your own game as you could. So I know there would have been a lot of camaraderie between the two of you.
Yes.
And what she's doing here, she says to me, is she wants to have the last laugh.
Yeah.
If I could put a finger up, it would be one in the middle. It's that kind of thing that she wants to do. So she's having a little joke from the other side.
Yes.
Okay. She says that you used to play some tricks on her as well.
Yes.
And I don't know what you did, but it's like you put things in her handbag.
No, I know what that is. I did actually put something in someone's handbag. It wasn't hers. It was Mary's. We
Okay.
was at a wedding, and I filled her bag up with a cutlery.
Okay. It's not going well, Michelle, is it?
So sorry. Is it spirit coming and telling me off tonight, is it?
No. It's very much this feeling that she's got as she gets a bit more serious now, but she does say it's time for you to put one foot in front of the other and make sure you go on the right tracks for you. Now, I know you told me about a new home for you as well, but it's just this feeling that she gives me that you've taken a long time to get your head around living where you're living because you're not quite sure that it is for you or that you can't see yourselves living there, and you're having to sort of let go of it and just stay with it and go with the flow.
Yes.
Okay, all right. But she says to me here that sometimes that, you know what, don't doubt the decisions that you've made when you know that they're the right ones for you.
Yes.
And don't jump too soon. I'm going to leave. No, that's in it. But I'm going to leave her love with you and say thank you for working with me. Right, now where do I want to go? I want to go up the back somewhere. Okay. Right, I need to be up the back of the room, somewhere on this sort of side, so on my left side, your right side. And I've got this gentleman that passes of cancer. He tells me that he's dad. He's talking to me about an anniversary of a passing that would link in March. He's acknowledging Peter would be here that would link in here too. And he's acknowledging that his brother would have gone before him. Now, he's coming in and feeling a little bit impatient with whoever this is for, saying it's time to get a wiggle on with getting everything into place. It's like you've been spinning around in circles for a little bit, like your wheels are spinning in the mud, but I know I need to focus my focus and just get a little bit sharper. Now, I'm quite drawn to my lady who's kind of right in front of me, next to the gentleman with the grey hair. Behind you, Mish. That's it, 180, walk back. My darling, do you understand this? You sure? I don't know the Peter name. Okay. Do you understand the rest of it? Because he wants to come. I'm looking at you. I can't take my eyes off of you. Okay. So I need to focus on you. Do you understand that? No, I can't put work with you. Is there any more? Well, there will be. Hang on. Okay. Okay. Do you understand the March connection? No. And I want a birthday with this. Fine. Okay. Would you understand that what you've wanted to do in your life, you've ended up doing the right things in the wrong order? Speak up. You can't. You don't understand. No. Okay. All right. Do you understand a Diana that's passed? Yes. Okay. So I'm definitely with you. Okay. Do you understand, Diana, that links on what I want to say is like a very friendly basis? It feels like a sister-type connection. Yes, best friend and sister. Okay, that's fine. Because just when you were saying no, it's I actually feel that this other communicator was what we call an enabler, bringing her through. Would you understand that she would want to make sure and wait until everything was okay? Like she's not somebody that just charge in? Yes. Okay, because she just wants to be comfortable, I think, is the way that I want to describe it. She just talks about being taken out. So I know that my illness would have gone through me and just wiped me out. Okay. But she's She's quite funny here because she does have quite a good sense of humour as well. You understand that? Yeah. But she could also be quite wry with it as well. Okay. Because she's just sort of pushing you at the moment to say that you're not very good when it comes to going out of your comfort zone. Okay. And she's just wanting to sort of give you a little push on at the moment here because she keeps saying about you making decisions about whether you want to stay where you're living or whether not. Okay. And it's quite funny here because she just sort of spins you round. But the feeling that when I said taking things either out of sequence or doing things in the wrong order, it's almost like I've tried to find something like my forever home quicker than I wanted to, and that I've ended up now having to do an extra step. Does that make sense? Okay. Because what she's wanting to do here is she's wanting to nudge you along just to make sure that you make the right decision next time. You understand? Is that an okay yes? Okay, that's good. Right. Okay. Okay. I'm sorry? Yeah, it has, isn't it? Yeah. She keeps talking to me about connections with Scotland because I need to go up to Scotland. You understand? I'm not saying she's Scottish, but she keeps drawing me up to Scotland. Okay, all right. Okay, but she just really wants to give you this huge nudge to get on. And I know you're on the spot right now, but she says sometimes unless you're on the spot, you don't actually take any action, and that's where she's just pushing you on. But there's something about this house that you're in at the moment where you keep telling yourself it's okay, but it really doesn't feel right for you, and you know that it's time to make these changes, and she just really wants you to get on with it. Okay, I'm gonna leave her best wishes with you and say thank you for working with me. Right, okay. Where do we want to go now? Oh, I don't understand that. I feel where I'm going. Iain, I need to come and work with you if that's all right for a moment. Okay, I do know Iain, but I don't actually know him that well. I know he's married to my friend Andy there, but I know nothing about him at all. Okay. Do you understand why I've got two ladies here claiming to be mother for you? Because I've got like a grandmother and a mother that connects. Okay. Because I've got this feeling, if I haven't got mother, then there must be a connection for like an aunt to mum, so that mum's sister. But I need to acknowledge mum and mum's sister that come in close, and there's a grandmother that connects as well. No, not your sister, their sister. Okay. Because the grandmother that connects brings in what feels to me like an aunt, but there seems to be this sort of confusion about who wants to play mum. It's like there's two mums for you when you're small. Two people very mumsy for you. Okay. Okay. Do you understand the September passing that Nanny's talking about for me? She's bringing in and says September's a really important anniversary for a passing. Okay. 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 Do you understand the lady that passes when Mum was very small that was a big shock? Okay, that's very strange. Bear with me one moment. I know I'm jumping around the room here. My lovely lady in that super duper chair over there, can I just work with you for one moment? Do you understand any of this? Because I feel like I need to come and look at you, but I'm bouncing between the two of you. Oh, hang on a moment. You understand it all? Okay. we just pass the microphone down? Apologies, Ian. I don't know. I'll find out what I need to do with you in a minute. So what can you take, Sarah?
Basically, I've got mum in spirit, but I've got an aunt that was like my mum as well. And yeah, they're both in spirit.
They both cross over.
But also my aunt looked after me when I was younger because my mum had cancer when I was young. So
I'm so sorry.
Also another aunt that passed when, would have passed, which was when,
Okay.
just said the last
That's fine. Okay, and the September connection. Do you understand a Stephen as well that's here? Okay, and he connects around the family. And I know that with Stephen, I'm sorry, Ian, I don't know what I was doing with you. Nice name, by the way. Okay, but do you understand that Stephen is, what I want to say is, you were unexpectedly, strangely supportive. Does that make sense? Okay, because it's just like they're talking about him coming forward and being like the shining star that you couldn't have seen.
Yeah, it's sort of like both ways, really.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. And would you also understand that there would have been a tragedy that links for him that feels like either somebody was either taken out, murdered, or something like this?
That's me.
That's you. Okay, because this really doesn't feel very good. And I've just got your aunt who's talking to me about ambush.
Yeah.
Okay, and do you also understand this is a whole thing that was published, it was in the papers, there's a big noise about it, but there's still question marks and it's unresolved?
There is question marks, but I'll let it go.
Okay, all right, okay.
So I'm going to bring him back.
Okay. Do you understand that he would be quite a wind-up merchant? Because it's a bit like he's also got a bit of a sort of like a dark sense of humour as well. So he's a sort of fellow that if you were sort of mucking about with him, he might let the air out your tyres and think it's really funny.
Well, he has done things like that, yeah.
Okay. Because it's just this feeling as his energy builds that he would have been a little bit of a scamp in his time. Okay. All right. And I just get the feeling that the people that he was around, he didn't know what their connections were. They were wider and wonkier than perhaps he would have understood.
He knew they were, but yeah, that was his path.
Okay, all right. He's just sort of trying to piece things together, but he's getting a little bit lost. And he's talking about the confusion when Mum was sick about understanding when she was going to go. Would that make sense?
Yeah.
Because it's a bit like, well, I don't know if I need to go or if I don't. And it just feels like he took some sort of gamble with this, but it wasn't the right one. And he always remained unsettled about it. Because he's just coming forward here and he's saying, I never really admitted to getting many things wrong, but I did get that wrong.
Yeah, he couldn't handle it.
Yeah. Okay, and he's just acknowledging that. He feels really, really quite sad, and he's just saying, I wasn't really somebody that displayed my emotions, but I did hide them.
No, he did show his emotions, actually.
Okay, well, he's not. The way he's feeling for me right now is that he didn't speak his truth or show his true feelings about this.
Not in our way. It was literally, if you knew him, you know, he was fine. He's quite sensitive, if you like, but
Okay.
he would do it his way.
Okay. He's just talking about, I mean, I know you, but he's just talking about there's lots of anniversaries around now. He's talking about, I've got, and he's talking about birthdays coming up. So I need to acknowledge, I've got a birthday in September, I've got a birthday in February, I've got what looks for me like an anniversary, a wedding anniversary in April that he's trying to acknowledge as well.
Okay, so, yeah.
You understand?
February, Georgina's birthday coming up next week as well.
Okay.
April, I'm not quite sure on.
Okay, that's all right. But as he just comes in, he just wants you to know that he's around the family now, and that if he could reverse things, you would understand he's still that sweet lad in short trousers is how he comes forward for me. And I know that he calls you sis, and I know that he loves you, and I know that he would have done... Do you remember him either hanging off of your neck with his arms around you or something like this? Because just as he goes, he just wants to do that and says, like, I'll never leave you. Yeah. Okay, I'll leave his love with you and your family's love with you, and say welcome. You all heard that, right? Okay. Now, I've got Mum who's joining me here now. She keeps talking to me about Anne and needing to acknowledge Anne. She's talking to me as well about there would have been a birthday in July that would relate to younger people, so children that would link to whoever this message is for in here. Now, I'm quite drawn to my lovely lady who's up here with her glasses on her head, which is, yes, that's you turning your head around, my darling. That's you. Hello. May I work with you? Yes. Okay, all right. Do you understand that? I'm sorry, I can't hear you. But do you understand the rest of it? Okay, all right. And are you okay for me to work with you? Yes. Okay, that's fine. Do you understand that Mum is a very family-focused lady? Yes. And would you understand that she would have been concerned about passing and leaving everybody here having to sort things out? Yes. Because she talks about things weren't in either a good state or organised, and it was a bit of a kerfuffle to sort things out after she passes. Yes. Okay, because she just wants to say sorry for that. Sorry for that. Because she's just making me see you. Now, please take this in the right way as it comes out quite literally. She's just showing me you in bed, fiddling with like a necklace here, and sort of saying, oh, Mum, what have you done to me? How are we going to get through this? I've got to sort all this out. Because she puts it on your shoulders and she says, I'm really, really sorry about that. But you did everything right. Would you also understand that she tells me here that you had to decide how she was going to be honoured? And so what I mean with this is something in remembrance of her. Okay, because she's just talking about, it's the way that she's showing it is plaques and rose bushes, that kind of a thing. I'm going to come over here. Angela, my darling, could I just ask you just to go to your left just a touch, if you could? Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Okay, so you understand that? Yeah. Okay. She said to me that you wish you could have discussed it with others, but for some reason you had to make all the decisions on your own. Yes, I did. Okay. But she's really, really happy with what you did for her. She's just talking about that there was a decision to be made over the words that were either engraved or the words that were chosen.
We did that as the girls.
Okay. Because she's just talking about how it was nice that you thought about what you wanted me to be remembered as, if that makes sense. Because, again, she's really somebody that if she could have lived for all eternity, if you like, here in the physical and never have left you, she would have been like that. Yes. Okay. She talks about being on her own as well before she passes, as I mean, without a partner, because she's just placing herself on her own. And she's talking about modelling through, doing the best that she could.
No, she had a partner.
Okay. But she keeps talking to me about then, I need to recover this and forgive me if this is upsetting, but do you understand why she either did more than she let on that she needed to or kept things a little bit of a secret?
Yes.
Okay, because I was just working out why the partner was on the scene and she kept saying partner to me. She would have done that, you see, because she says, I just wouldn't want it to have worried anybody. She's wanting to put you and connect you with 3. So there's 3 that I need to put you in that are really close for her, that she would consider are my family over everybody else. 1, 2, 3, she pats you on the heads.
Yes.
Okay. Because she's like, I want to say they're my babies, they're my babies.
Yes.
Okay. And she just really wants to come in tonight. And apart from just evidencing herself to you, she just wants to come in and give you a great big hug. She says that back in July, it was very much a mixed time for you, like emotions were very up and down. There were like lots of things going on, and you didn't know where to settle yourself. In the summer.
Yeah, I can take that.
Okay. And again, she says, I hear you calling out to me.
I often do.
Okay, that's fine. She says, I fell over. But she's talking about there must be either a small photo or an ornament or something that falls over. Because she says, I fell over.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, because you understand that sometimes you say to her, well, you never blooming well answer me, give me a sign. She said, well, I fell over. You didn't get it though, did you?
No.
No. But you understand what she's talking about? Yeah. Okay. So just understand that she's with you, and when you do call out to her, she does hear you, but she does want you to listen to the help that she gives you. She's just saying it's really important for you right now to steady yourself as well, and she just wants to bring some stability to your legs, because she just says it's like there's too many things going on for you, and I don't know kind of which way that I want to go.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay? And she says, you do know, listen, listen. Because she's saying you know what you don't want. And she's talking about what feels to me like two options here. It's like I could go left or right. That's the way that she's explaining it to me. Yeah. And she says, you know which one you don't want? Yes, I do. In here. Yeah. So she says, so you follow the one that you do. I'm going to leave your mum's love with you and say thank you for working with me. Well, apart from Iain, they normally tell me where they're going, so that's quite good tonight. We like that. That's all right. We'll get you later. Okay, right. Oh, so what do you want to do? Right, now, my lovely lady who's straight ahead of me, you've got a, oh crikey, I'm colourblind, so that could be a blue dress, green dress, grey dress. Yeah, that'll be you, my darling. Okay. May I work with you? Is that all right? Right. Do you understand now, when you say this to a lady, you know, I'm glad that there's a little bit of a distance between us, but do you understand that you would look quite like your dad, please?
Oh, very well.
Because he's just coming through and he says, that's her. Oh. And he comes along, and in his own way, he's what I want to call a rough softie, because it's a bit like an, all right, yeah. How you doing? And it's funny because he's explaining things in like a northern term. He keeps saying, what's all this blooming mithering that's going on with you at the moment? Moaning about this, moaning about that, it's too hot, it's too cold. And he says, you can't make your mind up about anything that you want to do. Okay, he says, stop moaning and get on with it. And the reason that he says that, and I'm not being rude to you, is that he isn't really a patient man. He's the sort of fella that will go, if he had a few options, that feels like the best one for me, I'm going to roll with that. And then when that stops rolling for me, I'm going to get off of that and roll on to the next one. Yeah. Because he's quite lapsadaisical about how he goes through life. Yeah. Okay. Do you understand Peter and Harry? He tells me I need to acknowledge Peter and Harry. Yeah. Okay, that's great. And who's the blooming Aries? Why are you giving me an Aries? Okay. Who's the awkward female that's an Aries that connects to you? So a March birthday. Yeah. Oh. He says it's an awkward. I don't really want to talk about her.
In the spirit world.
Past.
I can't think at the moment.
Okay.
Yeah, but this person's past.
We're not reincarnating people. Many things we can do, we haven't done. We've done communication, not reincarnation yet. Okay, so your dad is just saying that he doesn't really want to talk about what he calls the awkward side of the family, because he says I was sort of like master and commander, yeah. and he's just claiming that. He keeps talking to me about his sea legs, but he's laughing because he says I don't want to go on no boat, and he talks like that. But he says it's like I need the stiff drink to keep me warm, and it's just like I like a little wee drink every now and again, but it's like I always make up an excuse for having it. Yeah, okay. He's talking about, with you at the moment and making your mind up, it's really important to decide who you want around you, because he's talking about family members either side of you bouncing you one way and the other. Yeah. It's like you're going for advice about things that need to be discussed about what's going on in the family, yeah. But you can't make your mind up because you're getting what, if you like, is like conflicting stories, yeah. But actually you're getting, for want of a choice of words, manipulated yeah. For what people want you to do, rather than you just answering the questions. And he says that you know what to do. Okay. You know what to do. Would you also understand why he's saying to me that it's very important around now, so the way it feels to me is in the next 3 to 6 weeks we need to honour mum.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And he goes a bit shy and quiet at this point, and he goes a little bit bashful. And he's just given me this feeling here that it's time that we give her the recognition that she deserved. Do you understand that?
Not 100%.
Okay, let me just figure out what he's doing here. It's like her getting a recognition for the sacrifices that she made, because he's talking about how things were more of a joint effort than he would have led people to believe.
Okay, yeah.
And how Mum would always come in at the last minute and make the things that were, when Dad jumped ships, she would come in and make sure that the ships were tied up and didn't all kind of get lost and that again, and sort out all the, basically his wake, what he leaves behind him.
Yeah.
That makes sense. And it's just like she wasn't really recognised for everything that she did, but your dad is particularly bashful about it because he realised that he was quite headstrong and just got on and did what he wanted to do.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, and he says it's important that you do that at the moment. It's really, really important. Now, would you also understand why, I know we talked about honouring somebody, but he's just saying to me, there's somebody in the family that's passed in the last 4 weeks?
Yes.
Okay, and he's just saying you're going to get the chance to be influential in how they are remembered, because you've decided that come hell or high water, what you want will get introduced into that. Because he just says it's important that you're not excluded from it.
Yeah.
You understand that? Because it's been playing on your mind, because you didn't want history to repeat itself.
Exactly.
Okay? And he just says, you just got to be strong now. And very much it's time to say, when it's time to say no, say no.
Okay.
And if you know what people are giving you is BS, and you know that you can feel it's their agendas, he's just saying, don't do that. Do what you feel that you need to do. Because others seem to be judging you when they see you making the decisions, but you're not doing what they want, and then they keep trying to tell you that you're doing the wrong thing. And he says, stuff that for a game of soldiers, or words to that effect. Okay. Now, would you also understand that he could be quite lively if he had a couple of drinks inside of him as well? Because I feel like I want to get up and start dancing.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I'm conscious we're on camera, but it would be quite sort of daddy dancing in a wild style, like I was being half electrocuted, because I sort of... And it's a little bit crazy, but at the same time he brings that in and he just wants to give you that upliftment, because it's time for you to have the fun in your life for yourself as well. Okay, it's time not to be so serious. And he's just saying to me here as well, do you understand the bracelet passes down from nan to mum to you?
Yes.
He says, wear it. I'm going to leave his life. Thank you for working with me.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Where do you want to go now? My lovely friend RJ is waving at me in the corner. I don't know what he's waving at me, but he's waving at me. Thank you, darling. Love you. My brother from another mother, as they say. Woo. Right, my lovely lady that's just turned round and looked at Richard. Yes, looking the other way now. I can't quite see. You're in a dark coloured dress. That's you. Hello, my darling. Can I work with you? Okay.
Yeah.
Do you understand Dad that's passed that likes apple pie?
Yes.
Because I didn't really know who was communicating with you, because I just had this bowl of apple pie slide in front of me. And I thought, they're never going to believe me. It's like, and your dad has got this funny sense of humour that he would either pretend that things like that, he would like give it a name. If I said, well, what's your name? They'd go like, well, apple pie. And he's just got this really strange sense of humour, but it's quite dry, quite warped, and only those that were around him would really understand it. But, pardon?
English.
That's all right, you crack on. We're all with you. But he's quite funny as he comes in, and he's just talking about how you keep having these mad ideas about whether you really want to, in his words, run off and join the circus, because he keeps saying you're fed up with life, you want to like chuck everything in, turn the sign round, gone fishing, ta-da, I'm gone.
Yeah.
Okay. He says, but do you understand that you've not done that enough times in your life?
Yes.
And he says, maybe it's not so mad. But he says it's really, really important that you first deal with the things that are around you now, on the relationship that connects with you, that you need to sort out and draw to a close.
Yeah,
Okay? You can't run away from them because they'll catch you up and they'll be unresolved.
yeah,
But he understands why you feel, and I'm conscious we're in a public forum and on camera as well, but don't let those suppress you. And what he's saying is your analogy is right, but it's a get out, move away from analogy, not to run away. Because he says if you do it to the extreme, you'll be running away from yourself.
yeah.
Who's Peter that connects for you here, physically walking? I need to be on a friend connection. Peter. Sounds like Peter for me. Okay, all right. Let me just see what's going on then. Oh, okay. No, I've misunderstood him. Where's the relationship with you that's petered out that would connect in the family? So somebody's either gone cold or what's the word? Disconnected themselves from you.
Yeah,
Okay, he says you just need to leave them be.
yeah,
Okay, because there's this thing where you've been chasing in the past, almost trying to make the efforts to bring them back.
yeah,
Okay, but I do understand that he could be quite difficult as well.
yeah,
Okay, just let him be. Just let him be. It's important that you look after you.
yeah.
So it's really important that you always now make sure you deal with things, because sometimes you've run away from things in the past as well. I know we all have. I'm not being hard on you. It's just what he's saying. And it's really important that you close all the doors before you move on.
Yeah.
He's talking to me that you want to move to a different area as well.
Not really.
So
Really.
I need to move out of the vicinity that I'm in, because I feel like I need a break from where I am.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. All right. And he's just encouraging you to do that. Now, you've got your own free will. This isn't advice. This is just what Dad says to me here that's for you. And he also says to me here, it's time for you to stop worrying about the small stuff as well and just doing the things that tickle your fancy.
Right.
Okay? He's talking about the holiday that you keep promising yourself that you're going to do that that you haven't actually booked.
Yeah.
Okay? And he says it's really, really important that you do that.
Yeah.
Do you also understand, he's talking, I need to bring in Nan now, because Nan's hanging around in the background here, and her teeth are all over the place, which is why I can't talk properly. You understand, Nan? Okay? But she's one of these funny Nans that if she'd had a little drinky poos or something like that, she'd be sort of sticking her teeth out and taking them out, looking at them, polishing them, popping them back in. Because she comes in and she says, now I've got to say a word, and I just need to temper it. You're too blooming serious. Because she really didn't like about what went on. And I know, bless her, that, I've got to say this because you won't know if she might have done the odd trump here and there as well. But she didn't care.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she wants you to be that carefree. Okay? So she's just bringing in that feeling of giving you that upliftment, that endorsement, to keep going. And to have a little time, do what you want to do, and believe in what you do. And don't try and decide where it won't take you, just go with it and see where it does take you. I'm going to leave your family's love with you and say thank you for working with me. I think that's me. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. God bless you.
Iain Mason, everybody. Good afternoon, Mason.
Thank you. Thank you. You turn me off.
All our wonderful mediums and workers tonight, Sandra Stevenson, the Pink Lady, and Iain Mason. A round of applause. Okay, now we've come to the end of this evening's demonstration, and you've got the séance tonight. I'll do that again. We'll do it again for more effect. You ready? And tonight, downstairs, we have the séance of Bournemouth Ocean Art Hotel. Pathetic. Okay, but at the moment, get your lottery tickets out, please, everybody. Because the tickets have been drawn. There are, how many prizes? How many? 20 prizes, so we've all won something.